Guten Morgen. Our country that we are doing is Germany. And this is Germany's flag. The colors are black, red, and yellow or gold. These are the national colors of Germany, and they represent German unity and freedom. And the flag was created in 1919, but like there were a bunch of different variations. But this was the final one. The official language is German, but there's a bunch of dialects like North Sorbian, and there's Upper Sorbian and Lower Sorbian, and then there's Romani, Danish, and North Frisian.
Okay. The July estimate for this year for the population was 81,147,265. I was surprised to find out that Germany is mostly Christian country, and it has 34% Protestant, 34% Catholic, and then like 28.3% though doesn't have any religion. And then Germany is mostly comprised of Germans with 91.5%, and a lot of Turkish people, and with 2.4, but then others. Oh.
So the official name of Germany is the Federal Republic of Germany. It's the wealthiest country, as in they have the greatest income in Europe, and it's the second most populous country in Europe after Russia. It is located in Central Europe, a bit north of France and between Netherlands and Poland, and area of about 350,000 square kilometers. So the government type is the Federal Republic, which is similar to the one of the United States. There's an executive branch and a legislative branch and a judicial branch. In the executive branch, there's the chancellor, which is the head of the government, the president, which is elected for a 5-year term and can be re-elected only once, and the federal cabinet, which is made of different people. And the legislative branch is the federal parliament, which has the federal parliament votes for a president. It has a total of 69 votes for every state. There are 16 states in Germany, and every state gets 3 to 6 votes depending on their population.
Like the current wars, conflicts, stuff like that, there hasn't been like any like real wars for Germany, but they did have the 30 Years' War from 1618 to 1648, when Germany was attacked by Sweden and like a third of the population died. And then they had the Napoleonic Wars from 1805 to 1815, and it created new small German-speaking states. And then there was World War I, where they were defeated, and World War II, where they defeated some historians say that Germany is the most stable country because they came back after 2 world wars. Even though they lost a lot of money and people, they say they still came back, and they have a really strong and thriving economy.
Also, the unification of Germany between 1815 and 1871 was when the 39 small states after the Napoleonic Wars joined together.
The current alliances, Germany has a strong alliance with Russia, and some historians call it like one of the strongest alliances ever, because Germany depends on Russia for energy, and then Russia depends on Germany for Germany producing and making their energy, developing the energy industry, so helping Russia sell it to other countries. And current enemies. They don't really have any current enemies. They just have some people that they're mad at. I don't really know much about it, but USA, America has been like accused of spying on Germany, but I don't really know. I don't really want to go into it. But and there's been like ever since really like the early 1900s, there's been like huge immigration from Germany, like Germans moving to America, and it's like still going on today. And there's a lot of Germans in California and New York.
And famous people in modern German history. First person, Adolf Hitler, which is probably the most famous. He was the main person involved in the World War II. He was the leader of the Germans. Ludwig van it was a composer he composed 32 piano sonatas and 16 string quartets. And Albert Einstein was a physicist, and he came up with the theory of general theory of relativity, which is one of the two pillars of current physics.
Okay, I'm going to talk about like a brief history about Germany. Okay, so Germany is really united during the history. During for 2 million years, like 1,000 years, I'm sorry, they weren't like united at all. They were separated into like hundreds of states. In medieval German history, like the princes, prince had a lot of wars because they wanted to have all the territory, but they couldn't have it, all of it. German was firstly separated into two different countries, which were Austria and Prussia, and they were the largest in Europe at that time. Together they fought against Napoleon during the time that Paul said. There's a time that is called Revolution for Unification and Democracy. It lasted for 50 years. It was because the people in Germany wanted everybody to be together, be larger, but it didn't work. The one who made it work was Otto von Bismarck in 1848. And then we have first World War I, in which Germany lost against against England, France, and the United States. And then Hitler came as chancellor in 1933 until 1945, causing a big, huge war called the Holocaust. And then they had 40 years of reconstruction in which they recovered a lot of population, and now they are a big country with a huge economy power.
One of the major foods from Germany is called Bratwurst, and it's basically kind of a type of sausage. Usually Bratwurst is usually a black, and I don't really like it. Doesn't taste very good, but it's a type of sausage, and you can either make it from veal, pork, or beef. And then another major food, it's kind of like candy, it's called Haribo. They're gummy worm bears. And they were made by Hans Riegel Sr., and he created them in Bonn, Germany, and he was a confectioner. And the Haribo company started in 1920, and it is very popular because everyone likes gummy bears.